Alright, we're going to go ahead and replace this dynamite .21. Put in this Novarossi P5. First thing you do, take off the air filter, take off your vacuum hose. Usually I would adjust the manifold mount, but I broke that, so we'll do that. Then you take off, you got your throttle, snap right off, take off your throttle link. Then you got the 4 screws on your motor. This one I would usually replace. I would actually take out the screws from the quick access motor mount, but I went ahead and since I'm throwing this one in that doesn't have the motor mount on it, quick access motor mount, I'm just going to go ahead and do the 4 bolts that are actually on the block. So take those off. Alright, so now we're going to take off the clutch. This one I'm using a 2.5. That along with the washer. Then I like to go ahead, grab the shims. This one I am using, I'm using all 5. Yeah. That last one I'll get off. This using 8mm. There we go. Along with the 5th shim. Okay, so now we have our clutch. So let's back this out. This one is a clutch tool. Claws grab it from the outside underneath along with the pin. Go ahead and push towards, get it up. So this clutch, usually this one I was replaced recently. It's definitely dirty, but usually I would inspect this and mostly change the clutch shoes, especially if I'm trying to find the perfect setup. Then I'll go ahead and switch out where the aluminums go along with the nylon plastic. Let's see, on the clutch bell, I like to go ahead, change bearings out. This one I don't have to because I actually did it when I put this motor in earlier today. So they're doing pretty good. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and take off the air filter. Usually I'll change the air filter out, but I did that. Remove the rubber band. Usually I would change the filter out, clean it, you know, do what you gotta do, but this one was also changed along with the clutch bearing, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and remove, let's see, the cap, put on that guy over there, on this, go with the L filter, let's see. Now my clutch, did not mention the collar. Losi runs like a brass looking collar. I always like to run the same collar with the same clutch along with the shoes. Guys like to interchange them with other brands, but we just stick with one brand. So we got that. We're gonna use clutch nut. This one also is a 2.5. So I'm gonna use all 5 shims. It's on there before. Cool, make sure the bearings are good. Those are on there. Then you got your washer along this screw. I'm gonna keep with that motor only because it's shorter. That shaft for some reason not threaded long enough, so I'll use a longer thread on this one. Rossi, I believe this isn't the screw that came with it, but I believe they do come with ones that are like this, same length. Come with actually a couple washers too, which is why I like Rossi. They're pretty good. Second motor. This one was donated, so that was really helpful. Shout out to, oh fuck, I totally forgot his name. Derek. Can't say your last name. I can't say your last name, but yeah, shout out to Derek because he fucking hooked the brother up. So, all right. So see the clutch, the bearings, new bearings. Why I buy the ProTech ones. Let's see. So I don't know where the other card is, but I use 510s by 4 millimeters, metal shirted, and then I think the rear ones I believe are the 513 by 4. So fucking badass bearing. So this is, well, left-handed. So it's pretty good. Motherfucker spin for days. I mean, I can blow on it, probably go another minute. But I mean, it's pretty good. It is a little loud because I did run it kind of hardcore today, trying to tune that motherfucker over there. Definitely Dynamite. They're pretty good. They're good because they're RTR motors, or they're motors that come in the RTR, and they're pretty sweet. But man, if anything, I like Rossi. One day I'll man up and get an OS, but Rossi's pretty cool. Definitely, as far as a budget build, dude, Rossi is like best way to go. Same quality as an OS. They have their differences, but fucking half the price. So, and then after I spin it, I always make sure this guy's tight, because that likes. I used to use Loctite because I ran the 2s, but I kept stripping them out with the Loctite. Even with MIPs, I would fuck the screw up. I mean, these tips, dude, they're badass, but the screws are what suck. So I went 2.5. I get a little more torque. Don't have to worry about Loctite, because I see every other weekend, unless I do like some hardcore practice, every weekend this buggy's taken apart all the way down to just a slider, pretty much. I mean, no drivetrain at all, no brakes, no fucking drive shafts. I mean nothing. It's gutted, cleaned, inspected. So, fuck. That's one thing that you always gotta do, is tear it all the way down. Because this right here cost me $100 because I blew out my clutch, blew out everything because I went with cheap ass bearings, and I didn't change those bearings out every day. Alright, well, every weekend. So that's why, like, these were changed today. I'll be good next weekend. Fucking bearings get changed out again. So it's the only reason why. Cause that right there caused everything, dude. I fucked up shit. I mean, even my drive shaft bent. That's from hitting hard in the body, the actual chassis flexing. So fucking nuts, but okay, so. Now, as far as torquing it down, I'll get a good turn on the last screw. Go across that one. There we go. Go next to that one. The side's already torqued down, so we're going to match it up. That side. And then we're going to cross over. Go over here. There we go. Do a little roundabout. Ready to go. Alright, lighten motor. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up fuel line, vacuum line, then I would go ahead and I would do the manifold mount, but as right now I don't have one. Then we're gonna hook up your linkage, go, snap that on the throttle, filters in place, along with the clip for the air filter. So, now we got that. Then what I would do next, so got that zip tied. We're gonna go ahead. Tap down the remote. Okay, put the car on. So, I would like to, so the boot is, see, right now, neutral position. If I give it brake, the slide won't go in or out. So it stays where it's at. So now I got my throttle. So, give it a little gas, opens up a little bit. All the way to where it needs. No tension, don't see the motor flex, I don't see the diff flex. So it's perfect. And actually I'm running the setup, I got that both motors set up for that, so I really don't have to mess with the linkage at all. I can just plug and play and it's correct on my endpoints. So now, along with that, I'm going to go ahead and install the rubber band. I like rubber band because in case if your electronics fail or your servo decides it wants to fucking go ape shit, your throttle is all the way down into the neutral position. So your car will just idle. Honestly, this is a rubber band from some fucking asparagus that I bought the other day. So the produce rubber bands are very strong. They can take the cold, they can take the heat. Fucking badass. It's the only rubber bands I recommend. Is on any fruit or vegetable comes with a rubber band. And that's what I would get. As far as colors, I don't think they matter. But right now, I got my throttle. So there we go. So that's gonna keep that throttle closed when I press brake. Right now I don't feel it move at all, which means after I jump, come down into a turn, when I brake, it's gonna be at idle. So this car is set up for the off steering. I got this fucking badass bent right here. What this bent does, adds a little bit more centrifugal force, making it go about like 2 miles faster. So that's fucking badass right there. That part's supposed to come here tomorrow. So that's that.